3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Yet again, here we are, Under the Influence Stories, with a fun little JJK Studios presentation for you. I've been invaded by some guys from HCW Wrestling.
Not just guys.
Not guys?
Top guys. The guys.
The top guys.
The real world's champion, Travis Southern.
Okay.
Get it right.
I apologize, sir.
Okay.
I apologize. All right, so we have Travis Southern. Sorry,
That's okay.
very,
That's
very
okay.
intimidating, and Tanner.
Oh, that's you can't do an imitation. That's got to be a
Tanner?
better introduction than that.
Tanner, that's my introduction. Tanner.
Uh,
Tanner, Mr. Lockwood.
okay,
maybe?
Mr.
Why
Lockwood.
don't you let him introduce himself because he does it so much better.
All right, we'll do that.
Okay, what's your name again?
Joshua.
Joshua. Okay, Joshua. I am Tanner Lockwood. I am the living descendant of the first family of professional wrestling. I am here to make professional wrestling better with the help of the real world's champion, Travis Southern.
All right, sir. I understand, and I apologize.
Yeah, you want to talk about influence? My family has the influence. We made professional wrestling, and it was taken by those other bastards. So now it's time that I'm taking it back.
And with the help of Travis here.
That's
Absolutely.
This is going to be great. All right. Well, can I offer you guys anything to drink?
A LaCroix, please.
A what?
LaCroix.
I got licorice.
Licorice.
Yeah.
Did you not get the
Memo?
No,
We
no.
told you that was one of the staples that we had to have.
LaCroix?
I apologize.
Next, you're going to tell me I can't vape down here.
No, you can. I mean,
I can vape down here, okay, but,
yeah,
but you don't have any LaCroix.
I do not have your drink.
Okay. Can you go to the car, Southern, for me?
I will go tell the driver.
Yeah,
yes.
tell the driver I need the blue cooler.
The blue cooler. Gotcha.
Yes.
Be right back.
I do apologize
Tony!
for our lack. I'm sorry.
Is this your first show?
No, it is not, and that makes me very upset because we're on number 20.
Number 20. Oh, wow.
We should have our shit together.
Yeah.
Especially for class acts like you two.
Exactly.
I apologize.
It's when you have Tanner Lockwood in your studio, you have LaCroix. You tell him, Tanner, I don't care if you vape. Because that's what I do. I vape, I drink LaCroix, I'm a vegan.
That's a lifestyle,
There
buddy.
you go.
It is.
Tony brought it down.
Thank you, sir.
And again, I apologize, fellas, for the insubordination of me and my crew.
Well, would you like a crispy boy?
I will take one.
Okay.
Since you're offering.
You get the blackberry cucumber.
Blackberry cucumber.
Chip?
Your choice.
Oh.
Dealer's call.
Okay. How
Only
about
the best for the champ. There
a
you go.
tangerine for the champion?
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
And we're going to go with key lime, my personal favorite for me.
Blackberry cucumber.
That's the kind that Austin Bentley likes to shower with, apparently.
Oh. Wouldn't that be an expensive shower?
Well, he didn't do it by choice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll
I
get
see
into
where
that
we're at.
later.
It
So
wasn't a
there we go.
voluntary thing.
Yeah.
Most things in life are not. All right. So, fellas, I would like to ask you, you have a match coming up.
I do.
Spring
Well, no.
Stampede.
I don't. Tanner Lockwood does. I am there for moral support and maybe get a, get a little something on the opponent that we have to face.
Yeah.
Do
we really call him an opponent at this point?
Well, in theory, yes.
He's Austin Bentley. He's the what is he?
The general manager
At
this time.
Yeah, right now of
Yes.
HCW.
Mhm.
And he has decided that he wants the two of us out so badly that he is willing to put himself in a handicap match against the real world's champion, Travis Southern, a man who is undefeated in HCW.
Wow. That is incredible.
And Tanner Lockwood, the world's most hated hipster.
Is this your first match?
Is this my first match?
Yes.
I've had a lot of matches in my life.
Yeah.
None of them ever in a wrestling ring.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been training him, so he's between the nights and his personal trainers. He's ready.
Yes.
6 days a week.
Are you excited?
Am I excited?
Yes, to get into the ring, step and see the glory.
I'm not excited to get into the ring. I'm not excited about the glory. What I'm excited about is kicking Austin Bentley's teeth down his stupid throat.
Austin Bentley. Whew, this guy's got some trouble coming to him.
He does.
Yeah.
He's inserted himself into something that he should have never done in the first place.
Yeah.
He's interfered in every match that I've ever had, HCW. Being a general manager, you should be heard and not seen. So your influence should be setting the matches and getting the talent and stuff like that. But he's wanting to insert himself into places that he shouldn't be inserting himself into. And he's paid the price a couple times. He's had to be helped out of the ring because he has inserted himself in. So now, because we've embarrassed him in front of his friends and family and his coworkers, he thinks that this is his way of getting back at us. Unfortunately for him, this will be the last time that anybody has to deal with him. And we're going to make sure that he pays for everything that he's done so far.
Sounds exciting, man. And when does this take place?
March 28th.
28th.
At the Battell Center in Mishawaka, Indiana.
Mm.
The first time we were going there, I thought it was in South Bend because the first time we were ever dragged to this shit corner of the universe, we had to be in South Bend, Indiana.
Oh.
Yeah. A town that's so bad that even your mayor wanted to get the hell out.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah. But now we're in Mishawaka, next door. It's like the ugly cousin of South Bend. That's saying something real bad.
Ooh. Mishawaka. I work in Mishawaka. You could improve on some things. You really could.
The only thing that's better is when we're there. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's a plus. For
Property
them.
values skyrocket when Tanner Lockwood and Travis Southern are in town.
I can see that. I mean, especially with this beautiful gold belt in front of Travis.
Well, you gotta show off your wares, man.
Yeah, you do.
This is my baby, and I don't like people trying to take it away from me.
I wouldn't either.
This has been in Tanner's family. This is the original world heavyweight title that was created centuries ago. Back in the early 1900s, late 1900s. So for anybody that has their wrestling history, the Lockwood name is attached to it. And luckily for me, I was able to get with him because he wants the best to represent his name. And therefore, I have the real world's heavyweight title, and that HCW has the privilege of defending on their shows because of Mr. Lockwood and myself.
So would you say you feel that you're being disrespected in HCW?
I feel like I'm being disrespected everywhere.
Everywhere.
In this state. I come to Indiana and you people drive like idiots. You're ugly. You got facial hair, but no mustache on there. What happened? Was just
I just don't like growing it.
just don't like growing it? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yours
Grow a
is
mustache like a
beautiful.
real man, okay?
I will try.
That's why I feel disrespected everywhere that I go.
That's some horrible stuff you got to endure on a daily basis.
It is. Well, it's not on a daily basis, thank God.
Yeah.
The champ and I, as soon as we get done with this crap, we are out of here.
Where are you headed?
Where are we headed? Back to Portland, Oregon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Lockwood Estates.
Yeah.
You know, there's a LaCroix in every fridge at Lockwood Estates. We have the finest vape juice on the planet at Lockwood Estates. What do you got here?
Low Bobs.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, so you don't want to go in there.
Yeah, exactly. I don't.
I think the name speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, low.
Yeah.
As in the rent in this place. And the production values on this show.
Yeah. Hey, we got a shoestring budget. We get by.
Oh.
Next time we'll try better. Hopefully we can have Mr. Lockwood back in our presence. I hope none of this discourages you. Next time you step down here, there will be plenty of your LaCroix.
Okay. Well,
Plenty.
we have an agreement there.
Fridge. Yes.
Okay.
So, let me ask you, where did you see the greatness to bring him into your fold?
Travis Southern is the total package of professional wrestling. He's strong, he's fast, he's experienced, he's wise. He has traveled the roads up and down for how long has it been now, champ?
20 years.
20 years. 2 decades.
Wow.
You said this is the 20th episode of your show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every episode of your show, he has been doing this for 1 year for.
Wow.
He has more experience in his pinky than some of these people in HCW have combined.
Mm.
That's
Thank
where I found the real world's champion,
Yeah.
Travis Southern.
That's incredible. So, let me ask you, Travis.
Mhm.
When it comes to your next defending of your belt,
Mhm.
when does that take place, or is that even scheduled? Has anybody even stepped to that caliber to
So-
get with you?
So I've defended a belt multiple times in HCW.
Mm-hmm.
I've defended it at other places for Tanner, but for HCW, the people that they've put me up against have been quality opponents.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Thunder, member of the Rat Pack. I don't agree with some of their antics that they do, but Tony Thunder was a very, very viable opponent. Austin Bentley tried to pull a swerve and paid for a mercenary to try to take me out, and that didn't work very well for him. Tone C, brutal man. You learned firsthand on that. So
Yeah. He dunked my head in a toilet after the match.
Oh,
Tone C has it coming for him. Once I'm in charge, there's going to be a lot of changes in HCW, Joshua.
so when you win your match,
Uh-huh.
this means that you take control
Yes,
of HCW.
correct.
So you will have the upper hand, and things will run how you see fit.
We're making a lot of changes.
things
lot
will
of
run
changes.
more smoothly than ever
Yes.
before.
Yeah.
Okay.
One big change, no more meat at the shows. We're not selling anything with meat in it. Vegan snacks only.
Mm.
We're going to have veggie dogs. We're going to have LaCroix for sale. And you know who's going to be selling them?
Who?
The members of the Rat Pack.
Oh.
That's going to be
Oh.
their new role, concession stand boys.
Oh. That's a step down in your guys' world, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
it is.
absolutely.
Yeah. And if they keep on messing around, I'm going to make them all wear an apron too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. That could be interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I wish you the best of luck for your match. I mean, I honestly do. I hope things go well for you, and your family tradition lives on through Travis and the belt that is a very beautiful belt. Do you have any matches that you think you will get into later, or once you take over and win this match, is you hanging up the boots and just going to focus on the HCW as itself?
I am going to do what I have to do
Mm.
to keep my family's tradition alive and strong.
Yeah.
If I have to get in there, I'll get in there again. This might be a sneak preview for what's to come.
But the nice thing is he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Between myself and the other member that isn't able to be here today, Christian Cash. Christian Cash is the future of wrestling.
Yeah.
If you've never seen any of his matches, he literally is the future of wrestling. That's all you need to know. Between the two of us, we've got this covered. Tanner doesn't have to get in the ring. He's doing this to do what's best for HCW at this show to get rid of Austin Bentley. Austin Bentley needs to be gone. He's garbage, and I'm so happy that I can have a part in seeing him no longer be associated with HCW in any way, shape, or form.
So you guys are just fed up with this guy. You're ready to get him out,
We are.
move on,
Mhm.
see what happens next.
We are going to change HCW for the better. We are going to make it a show that you want to come to. We're not going to make it a show that you're embarrassed to come to. We're not going to make it that show that if your friend tags you there on Facebook, you're just cowering in shame because everybody knows that you went to this shit show put out by this dumbass Austin Bentley.
Guys, they have a lot of passion for this. I would go to a show, especially after we have Mr. Lockwood and Travis take over, and
We're calling it the #Lockwood era.
#LockwoodEra.
Correct.
So we'll pump that in the
Yeah.
description, get it going for you.
Please start using the
Man.
hashtag. We want to make sure that it's a big thing before the show. In fact, I would like to encourage all fans that are coming out to support our vision of professional wrestling. Bring a sign with you that shows that you are here for the #Lockwood era. It ends as soon as the ref's hand hits the mat for the third time. Bentley era ends. Lockwood era begins.
That's excitement, man.
It
The
is.
passion I see behind your eyes.
It is.
It's exciting, man. So you guys do know that there are other wrestling organizations out there, and WWE is one of the biggest ones. Elimination Chamber. Do you guys watch, partake? Do you?
I don't have time for that.
You don't got time for that? No.
I do.
Understandable.
I
Yeah.
like to keep up on the, see what's going on in other places. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's a little too mainstream for me.
Yeah.
If I'm going to watch professional wrestling, I want to watch something that has the passion in the heart. They don't do that in the U.S. You've got to go to Japan if you really want to get the good wrestling. Yeah.
Some New Japan wrestling.
New Japan, of course. All Japan. You have DDT. All of the great wrestling organizations in Japan, and I hope that we can take their influence and run with it in HCW.
Well, Mr. Lockwood, who do you, out of who you spoke of, those organizations, who do you see out there that, if you had a chance to bring over into your fold, if you had a favorite one to bring, who would it be? From over there. Someone that we might not know of, and this will give everybody a chance to check them out.
I think Suzuki. I think Suzuki would be a great part to our team here, to our organization. If he's ever looking for a job, I encourage him. Reach out to the Lockwoods. We got a place for him.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Yeah, I mean, I've followed since I remember my very first watching with my grandfather at 3, and just seeing Hulk Hogan for the first time, and falling in love with this art that is done. I mean, you guys, you put your bodies on the line, you put your time, you push aside certain things, to do this, and it's amazing to me. I am a true fan of this form of entertainment. So with that, I started looking into a little more of Travis, and I was kind of comparing like who I thought you were more like, and Four Horsemen always pop up, those guys, those wrestlers. And I know we spoke earlier, and you have kind of like a Kevin Owens little thing going on.
Yep.
Now, when you started, did you know that you were going to be to where you are now, or is it something that progresses?
I think it's something that it's always a progression. I mean, when you start out, you always try to emulate the people that you grew up watching.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell everybody, today my favorite wrestler of all time is Mick Foley.
Yes.
Cactus Jack,
Mm-hmm.
back in the day in WCW and NWA. And then I started to get into a lot of his Japanese stuff, his death matches. So, and then of course when he came to WWE with Mankind, I think that's what really got me the type of person, that he is. And, of course, reading his books and everything like that, it just made me that much more of a fan.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how I was never going to be the hardcore guy like that, but because I'm too pretty for hardcore, and I always tell everybody that.
Champ.
But I always liked his storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that he could talk and get over what he's trying to say with his passion, I always felt like that's what I wanted to do. So I'm not the wordsmith that he is, but I can, from time to time, I do have the ability to say what's on my mind, and I can convey it with the purpose behind it. So
now Mick Foley is one of the most interesting wrestlers to step into the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was able to hold three personalities at any moment, come out at any moment of those personalities and wrestle. Not the most buff guy, but Mick to me was built for what he did for us.
Yep.
For wrestling. I mean, he just, that was him. You didn't see back in the day, you didn't see Mick Foley without some type of gimmick going. You know what I mean?
Yep.
My aunt that lives in Florida now, Kathy, she was on a plane years and years ago, and she was reading his first book. She happened to look over. She was going to Florida. She looked over, and he's like 3 rows in front of her, And she's like, she's nudging people. She's like, is that Mick Foley? They're like, I don't watch wrestling. I don't know what you're talking about. She finally finds somebody, and they're like, yeah, that's him. She goes up there, talks to him. He said she had a 20-minute conversation with him. I mean, very personable guy, And now, is his daughter continuing her going into it?
I think she tried to, and I don't think that it went the way that she's not going to end up being a diva.
Yeah.
But she's got her own things going on with what she does. So
Well,
I just don't see her. I don't think the wrestling thing was was going to be a final thing for her. So
especially for him and his family, like if that's what your dad. My dad's a wrestler.
Mhm.
Well, who's your dad? Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna really.
well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with second generation stars are always going to have a hard time. But I mean, you have somebody like Charlotte Flair. So that's one extreme, and then you have somebody like Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
So I mean, he hasn't got the push that for somebody of his talent. Cody Rhodes. Once he left the WWE, he took a chance on himself, and he made it work.
Off.
But there's a lot of other second generation, so
Mhm.
it's not necessarily just because who your father or mother's name is. If they are somebody that started, doesn't mean guarantee that you're going to be any better. So
That's true.
and sometimes it's more of a detrimental than anything. So
Yeah. Now, Mr. Tanner, let me ask you a question. Where is your role right now in the HCW organization?
My role?
Like what are you where's your involvement? Where's your hands? Where are you at?
My hands are right here.
Mm-hmm.
And on March 28th, they're going to be around Austin Bentley's throat. As of this moment, I am the representation of the Knights of the Squared Circle, the Real World's champion, Travis Southern, Christian Cash. But I'm also the guy who knows what strings to pull.
Mm-hmm.
How long has it been now? A couple years since we had that show. Very first HCW show. Show ends with a world championship match between Travis Southern and Jaden Quick.
Mm-hmm.
Travis, he didn't go easy on the boy at all. After the match, we kept on going till Austin Bentley came out and apologized to Travis Southern for insulting him, for putting him in the ring with such an unworthy opponent. Bentley wanted to try to flex his muscle. He gives a suspension to my man Travis Southern here that was going to cover his next show. So what did I do? I rent out the building so they can't have the show.
Oh.
And then I send the Real World's champion on an all-expenses paid vacation to Hawaii.
Wow.
which was really nice.
It was.
Wow.
It was. You got to treat your talent the way
got
that they
to.
deserve to.
You got to.
That's my role. I'm the guy that makes things happen. I'm the guy that's shaping the future of HCW.
You're a very confident man when you speak. Yeah.
Is there any other way to be?
No, there's not, sir.
Exactly.
I enjoy your interaction with me, sir. You are somebody, when I go to this spring stampede, I will be cheering. I will have my sign. I will have my hashtag, sir.
That's what I like to hear.
Smart.
Another convert.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, you got me. You got me. And where did you guys come up with the name for your group, the Knights of the Squared Circle?
Yep. So that was all me. So
yeah.
Knights go back to, centuries.
Yeah.
So I wear a shirt and it has a picture of the wrestling ring. It said, be worthy of the sacred ground or be buried beneath it. So this is, as being a knight, a knight is somebody that will defend the ground that they walk on with their dying breath. And for me, that squared circle, which is, another name for the wrestling ring,
yeah.
That's what we are. So for the group of us that are worthy, we become a knight and then we defend that ground. So that's anybody else that wants to come into in between those ropes, they have a fight on their hand.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's something that nobody can take that away from us. So that's our sacred ground.
That's really cool, man. I like that. I like the way you came up with all that, the explanation of it. It's very concise. I like that. That's really good. Now, how many people are in the squared circle?
There's been multiple people that have been in it. Right now, for HCW, it's myself and Christian Cash. And the Knights do have other members in other federations. Right now, just us two, but there are other members. Just right now with us concentrating on HCW, it's myself and Christian Cash. Not to say that in the future that there won't be other members.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Tanner's always on the lookout,
Yeah.
and I'm sure that there are other people that will be handed a shirt and said, "We find that you're worthy." And
I mean,
welcome to the Knights.
It's an honor to be a part of this
Yeah.
group. So, you have just as big of a job as they do, performing as picking out the talent to represent the squared circle faction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to be a coach. You've got to be a player. You've got to be everything if you want to improve what you love.
So you take care of your talent. We're under you.
Do I take care of my talent?
Very, very much so. Yes.
That's excitement.
Yeah.
It's a nice change of pace to have somebody watching our back, and that will take care of us when nobody else will. So that's why we have a wonderful relationship, because we're there to protect him, he's there to protect us. So it's it's a very beneficial business arrangement. But it could almost be family. So
when you step into the ring, you already have that extra boost.
I do.
Yeah. I mean, the opponent's already at a disadvantage with that.
I'm like a walking cheat code, baby.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good one. That is very good. Now, is there any big things that you would like to move into next, like with wrestling, like maybe taking some tag team championships? Maybe
I have had, in my 20 years, I have had multiple championships with multiple people, with multiple federations. Right now, this right here for HCW is what I care about. I also happen to be have a title belt with another federation called ACW. I'm the heavyweight champion. If you follow me on Facebook or anything like that, you saw at the last show that I defended the title. I got busted open pretty good and had some gnarly pictures. But I will defend any title that I carry, to my last breath. So these federations know that when they put a belt on me, when they put a championship on me, that they're putting the best person out there to defend those belts.
And that's what you've seen in them.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And on the note of the gruesome injury you suffered during the title defense, I would like to let it be known, anybody out there who wants to harm the real world's champion, to make it so I have to pay for the plastic surgery to fix the face that's on every poster. We're coming for you.
Yeah.
We're going to get you even worse.
Well, that's coming out of your pocket.
Yeah, it is. And I don't like that.
No.
I have a lot of other things that I have to take care of right now, but I'm going to make sure that my champ is taken care of.
Understandable. So when you get out to Oregon after leaving this wretched of a place, where's your plans there? Are you going to take over the Oregon circuit?
No? I'm just going to have a cup of coffee.
Relax. Huh?
Yeah.
So that's where you go to wind down?
That's where I like to really feel like myself.
Interesting. So who else have you managed besides Travis, or is Travis the Knights are?
Travis is the only one that matters.
The only one that matters.
Yeah.
Wow.
Christian.
He is.
Christian's a future. Yeah. So
the Knights of the Squared Circle. It's all that matters. We don't need to talk about those other people that I managed. We don't need to talk about how those relationships maybe progressed, how they ended, anything like that. All we need to talk about is how right now, right here, Tanner Lockwood is with the Knights of the Squared Circle, and we are going to run HCW.
I've heard you guys bring up the Rat Pack multiple times. Now, I've seen posts from them on different things because I started following you, Travis. I started getting all these other links to all these other guys, and what is with them? Like, what is their deal, their package? Like, what?
Obviously, they go to the same barber you do because their haircuts are just as bad.
Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah, let's maybe clean up before the next time we come over here.
And what really makes me apologize to you is that I did clean up before.
This is
wow.
wow.
Well, guys, I did. We had a fan send us this a couple weeks ago.
You have fans?
Yes, we do have fans.
Oh, wow.
So this is my cleanup.
Okay. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Okay.
we'll just have to channel out to get him a night shirt so he can actually look a lot better. Than
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
I mean, no disrespect to Randy there, but it's right now.
Yeah.
It's the future.
I got you.
You join up to the future.
I will. I will.
Okay.
Like I said, I will be at this show, and you will see me. You will hear me. Maybe give me a little finger guns.
Finger guns?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe a vape pump. Just puff it at me.
Vape puff would be more accurate.
It
would be.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I didn't know where you're sensitive. I'm trying to feel you out, Mister. Just trying to feel you out.
Okay.
No worries.
So to answer your question for the Rat Pack, the only thing that we have in common is that we liked Cool Ranch Doritos.
That's it.
So yeah, everything else they have their own sense of style. Obviously, they have their own sense of what's right and wrong, and for them, they're more of a I don't want to say anarchist, but they kind of go by their own rules, and they like to use hashtags pack AF, which
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's very middle schoolish.
Mm-hmm.
They have some talent, but they feel like because they run in a pack that they feel like they can say and do whatever they want. But unfortunately for them, that doesn't work with us.
No.
So they can sit. On the next show, there's a couple of them that have matches, and there are a couple of them that are going to be sitting front row watching the show because they've got on the bad side of the President John Rosetta. So when you're not working a match, you're not getting paid. Guess what? You're sitting there, they think that's cool. They think they want to be funny and joke around about it. But, I'm going to be in a match. I'm getting paid. Even if it's just to watch Tanner beat up Austin and maybe once in a while get in there and get some licks on them just for old time's sakes. But they're sitting out there in the crowd. They're
putting money in your
they're
pocket.
putting money. Well, they're not getting paid.
Yeah.
They're sitting out there in a stand which they belong. Tony Thunder is a hell of a worker, and he took me to the limit. The match that we wrestled, and I will not take that away from him. But there was a lot of shady stuff going on with Austin involved, and this is where it just made it even worse on Austin's part because he had to put his 2 cents in and try to put his nose in things where it didn't belong. So this is another reason that he's getting his comeuppance on the 28th. So
it sounded like if Austin would have just took a step back and just let things
look. If he would have just been a general manager instead of trying to be an enforcer and a special guest referee, he doesn't like me. That's fine. Book talent that can beat me. So if you don't want me to be the champion, don't go out of your way to get yourself involved to take the title off of me.
I'm sorry, but Austin Bentley as the world champion.
I know.
Did he even lift his belt with those
Probably not. Well, he has been working out.
He has been.
Yeah, that's what he did. Didn't you see that video that he did? He's taking this. I mean, he doesn't work out like you do. I mean, but he's so depressed right now that he's taken away from his wife and kids because he's training because he wants to get rid of us so bad.
The heaviest thing that ugly bastard will lift is a Big Mac.
Double Whopper. But yeah, him as a general manager, if he doesn't want me to be the champion, then like I said, book somebody that can beat me.
Yeah.
He almost had his way with Tony Thunder because he inserted himself into the match where he was a special guest referee and he would not count the 3-pin when I had Tony pinned, and then I was attacked, and then of course he did a fast count to try to get the belt off me. Luckily, John Rosetta, the president, saw that, said nope, not on a heavyweight title. We're not ending it like this, and he disqualified the the actions that were taken. The next thing he tries to do is he tries to pay a mercenary to take me out. And I warned him. I warned Austin to stay out of the ring. Do not get involved. After the match, after I beat Tone C to retain my belt, Austin decided to come out. He got into the ring and he got his ass kicked. And he had to have help. People carry him back to the back because I beat him so bad. He doesn't want his wife and kids to see him like that. Then stay the hell behind the curtain, do your job as a general manager, book the talent, put the show together, and stay back there. Do not get out in the ring because you do not belong out there. Now he wants to get out in the ring, and he's going to pay the price for it. 28th, this will be the last time that you see him looking like he does now, because between Tanner and myself, he's going to need a plastic surgeon.
This sounds like it's all in your guys' hands to change this. This guy is Austin.
Austin. Bentley,
Austin.
Yeah.
He sounds like he should have stayed in his lane.
He should have, and he didn't. And
he
now
did
he's
not.
okay.
Wow. I would not want to be in front of this champion pissed off. It just doesn't seem good. And then for him to be pissed off, that must piss you off.
Oh, it does.
Because you worry on all of what the squared circle nights are. You know, I mean, you just, as a manager, I see that you are different than the others because you actually care about your talent.
Absolutely.
Other managers are just out there, he's got the belt or whatnot.
Everyone else is taking a cut. I don't need a cut.
Yeah.
All I need is for my guys to win, for my guys to bring glory back to this belt, back to professional wrestling.
So did you set this up though to make your belt mean something again? Make sure that it was the pride that your family built it.
That's what we're doing here.
So that's why Travis is here.
That's why we're here.
Wearing the belt.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm glad you're following along.
I am.
Yeah.
Well, and I got to make sure my fans, because we are all from pretty much Indiana, we got to make sure that they know what's going on. I gotta recap it.
Should we draw some pictures with crayons here? Let them, really make sure that we're on their level?
We could do that.
Macaroni.
Macaroni
There we
art,
go.
that's what we do.
We could do that, take some pictures of it, and I'll post it.
Do you have enough macaroni art to actually represent Austin Bentley and his gigantic fat ass?
It's a lot of macaroni.
Oh,
we have grocery stores. We can go for more.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll be good.
put the stores on alert. We're coming for your macaroni. We gotta make an accurate drawing of Austin Bentley.
With the macaroni art.
Yeah.
So you guys have excitement coming up with taking over. I know you said you're taking and redoing everything in HCW when you guys take the reins, top to bottom. What are you going to give the fans?
What am I going to give the fans?
Like entertainment wise, are you going to boost it up? Are you going to keep it where it's at? I mean, I understand you're worried about their health, and now they're getting.
I'd like to make a very important announcement here. Our very first show after the Lockwood era begins, #LockwoodEra, is going to be called Tanner Lockwood Appreciation Night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're going to have just some of the finest LaCroix available at the concession stands here.
Understandable.
We're gonna really, show the fans how much we appreciate them, so they can show me how much they appreciate me for making professional wrestling, just remaking it in my image, remaking it the greatest sport on the planet.
Now, are you more of the following the older style wrestlers where it's more grappling, throwing, suplexes, or you like high flyers?
It's all good.
As long as they bring you glory.
If you are getting the win, if you are getting the pin, if we are getting the money, I don't care.
Really?
I don't care. You wrestle whatever style you like, because we're here to put on the best damn professional wrestling show on the planet.
Mhm.
Tell your friends, tell your family. Nobody's going home disappointed on March 28th.
We hopefully got a small group coming with us.
A small group?
Yeah, well, there's some females who don't enjoy wrestling who listen to us. And
They would enjoy our shows. They would they need at least try it out once.
Yeah, well, I've tried to tell them, but who knows? Some of their husbands might drag them to it. You never know. But we do have a group that is planning on coming out, supporting you guys, making sure we can cheer as loud as we can. Maybe it might hype you up. I don't know if you don't look very hypeable. You're more even keel until you get passionate.
He doesn't need the hype. He is the hype.
Oh,
So
man.
that's all that matters. With Tanner
And
Lockwood.
fans, if you didn't see that, we had some great words that just happened, and then just a smooth little sip of the LaCroix. That was perfect. We should get you a commercial right there.
It's Tanner Lockwood. That is perfection.
Wow. So, how did you get so great, Tanner? I'm just razzing you.
How did I get so great? I am a vaping vegan who is very good looking. Is there anything not great about that?
And,
And he comes from old money, which doesn't hurt.
It never does.
the old money, huh? There's a lot of old money out there.
There is.
You got your hands on some.
I got my hands on a lot, buddy.
Oh, wow. So, do you have any places that you set up for, like, say, after a big match that your staple has done to where they can go? Because I know you said Oregon's where you like to rest, with the man with your power and ability to purchase.
We have an after party.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you where it's at.
No,
because
I understand.
I don't want you and the small group that you've got with you showing up to our
I wouldn't
after
want us
party.
there either.
There's some high standards for it. There's a dress code, and if this is you dressed up, hell no, you're not getting in there.
I understand.
It's
I dressed down for the occasion. I know you don't like doing that, but I knew where we were going, so I'm like, okay, I better fit in a little bit. So
yeah.
And I appreciate you
No problem.
doing that
That's-
to make me feel comfortable. Please don't, take anything out on him for
No,
that
oh, I
in the
won't.
future. Okay,
I
good.
won't.
I just want to make sure.
It's the champ's got to be the champ.
I mean,
He's a peacock. He's got to spread his wings. Is there something funny about that?
the look in your eye just caught me off guard with that one.
it's a
I'm
factual
sorry.
statement.
That
There's
is.
nothing wrong with
That is. Oh man. Where do you go from here? Where does the Knights of the Squared Circle move to after the Spring Stampede? Where?
We're just going to continue dominating HCW. That's they can keep bringing in, and when I say they, I mean Tanner Lockwood will bring in the best talent to try to give me the best competition for the fans.
Yeah.
Christian Cash, he, like I said, he's the high flyer of the group. He will continue to entertain. I'm more of the ground and pound guy. So for me, it's all about power moves and kicking people's asses. So Tanner, as the GM, because I'm so confident that he is going to be the GM, that he will bring in the best talent available.
Yeah.
And we're gonna continue putting on awesome shows for HCW.
We're not going to make it easy on you.
That's fine. I'm okay
Yeah.
with that because I'm the best.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you bring in. I will take on all challengers.
Exactly.
And I want to prove to you that I am the best, and that's what I want you to do.
Yeah.
I want you to bring those people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I want HCW to be on par with everything else. We have the YouTube channel, and they have the monthly shows that they put on there, which are, the quality on those are top notch with the graphics, and the announcers have gotten better over time. But personally, to be in a company that John Rosetta is doing a lot on the back end, trying to make it more successful, I'm proud to be the guy for that federation, and to know that Tanner is just going to even bump it up that much more, because he's not going to be, he's not going to have those blinders on where he's going to be like Austin, where he's so focused on taking this belt off of me that's his focus on everything. Tanner is about success, and for him, making HCW that much better with him in charge, that's his goal. So why would we not want the best for our fans, for my fans, for his fans? So for HCW, so that's the point. That's where we're going.
That's incredible. Well, I hope it gets to where the level you guys want it at. Now, is the president, when you do take over after your match, is the president, do you know if he's behind you?
He is a close personal friend of mine.
Oh.
Just wouldn't you?
I would say that he supports Tanner.
Yeah.
I think that Austin has shown that he just can't be professional, and John knows that Tanner is the professional and that he's going to be what's best for business.
Wow. So you feel that in you. You're best for business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am business. So of course I'm best for business. I'm all about business.
Are you gonna maybe up some things, such as maybe some fireworks for entrances,
Fireworks.
pyros, some things like that?
You're more the back end. You're more the bringing in the people. That's John, the president. He does all that, the financial stuff of
Gotcha.
it. Tanner is bringing in the talent and managing the show. So all the other stuff, that's John Rosetta's department. And I would say that Austin had something to do with it, but Austin can't focus on anything other than his vendetta against us. So I mean, it's not even worth it. So
What
John,
did you do to this guy?
that's just it. He wants to be. I don't say he wants to be Vince McMahon. Do you think that's something along that lines where he thinks that everything that he does is gold?
Yeah.
And it's not. I mean, he doesn't like the fact that we're better than him.
Yeah.
We are better entertainers. We are better people. I mean, his kids, and he would be the first person to deny that. But his wife had come up to us after shows wanting shirts. They wanted their kids. His wife wanted their kids to have night shirts, and of course, he couldn't go for that. So that's one of the reasons why his kids don't like him. You have a fan, and you take that, you take something away from a fan. You don't let him have it. I mean, I can understand why he's hiding in his basement right now because he can't look at his kids because he put out a video talking about how he's training for this match and how he can't look at his kids, and it's because his kids are embarrassed of him. That's what it is. It's like he is not fit for the job. He does not have the right disposition for doing what he's trying to do. He is solely focused on taking this belt off of me and embarrassing Tanner and myself, that nothing else matters in his life. And you can't run a business like that. No. It said if he had stayed in his lane and put on the best shows possible, bring in the best talents possible, that's what he should be doing. It doesn't matter what we do. We are bringing people in. I don't care if people like us, don't like us. I don't give a shit. My job is to keep this belt and to put on a show and show that I am the best person in HCW, and that's what I do. Wow. So after the 28th, I don't have to worry about that anymore.
No.
I can worry about focusing solely on the people that I have to wrestle in the ring because I know that Tanner is going to do that for me.
And that takes a big weight off your shoulders.
And that takes a big weight off my shoulders. I don't have to keep thinking, okay, what's he going to do? What's Austin going to do now to screw me over? Because that's all he thinks about. I don't have to worry about that anymore.
He's obsessed with you.
I know, and it's kind of creepy, but
it is creepy if you haven't done anything. That's a stalker.
Well, now I will say that he has gotten the shit kicked out of him a couple times. So I mean, the very first show that we ran, he got the taste slapped out of his mouth because he wanted to talk to me in a non-professional way, and then the next show he got his head knocked off because he tried to screw me over on the belt. And then the last show that we had, I told him before the show even started, do not come out in my match. Do not be out there because I will not be held accountable for what happens. He decided to mosey on out there, and he got the shit kicked out of him to the point where he had to have people carry him to the back, and he had to go to the hospital because I warned him, and as soon as I saw him, I blacked out. I don't remember what happened. The only thing that saved him was Tony Thunder, a member of the Rat Pack, came out and gave me a Shining Wizard to the back of the head. So the only thing I remember is Christian Cash pulling me away because he had, he had people there to protect him, but he still needed help and he still needed to go to the hospital because he decided to interfere. And hopefully after the 20th, he'll never have to worry about that again.
Man, if he would have just stayed in his lane.
Stay in your lane. All you have to do, Austin, is stay in your lane.
That's it. Man, that's crazy. So let me ask you a couple more questions.
Mm-hmm.
Move sets. Okay, I want to see like a. I heard your finisher's a sharpshooter.
Yeah, I call it the Southern Shooter, but
The
yeah.
Southern shooter.
Yep.
All right. Now we all know Bret Hart
Mm-hmm.
and the Hart family perfected it.
Yep.
Is that your your call to him?
Yeah, for sure. I
That's
mean, he's
awesome.
one of the
greatest.
one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. So, submitting guys is an easy way to kind of show your dominance over them.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a lot of guys that can hit power moves and hit power slams and RKOs and do stuff out of nowhere. But to know that you get somebody to move in the middle of the ring and they cannot do anything at all except for tapping out to get out of that pain. I mean, there's nothing better than that.
No, there's not. Those are my favorite finishes of a match. And even the UFC. I don't know if you guys follow that.
Yeah.
When you just submit somebody, it's incredible.
So
yeah. So that's pretty cool. Is there any other wrestlers from the past that you not emulate, but show your appreciation for in the ring?
There's every wrestler now is always going to take something or incorporate something from somebody else. So I mean, I've been a big fan of Bray Wyatt, Kevin Owens, just because they have the same type of body type as I do.
Yeah.
So having Mick Foley, of course, having those kind of people that you can look up to, because I'm never going to look like, I'm never going to look like John Cena. I'm never going to be able to bench press 700 pounds or deadlift, the Big Show or anything like that. So I have to incorporate what I can do, and I can work body parts, and I can make people, submit. So that's what I do. So I work what's best for me.
That's awesome. Now one of my favorite wrestlers of all time would have been Sabu. Never got to see him wrestle live.
Yeah.
Is there any wrestler out there that that you wish you would have got to see live, or at least been in the same arena with?
Yeah, if you're gonna go back, I mean, Bruiser Brody would have been one that I would have loved to have seen. Just a crazy motherfucker. I mean,
Could you imagine his career if he would have
if he hadn't gotten murdered?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that would have been. But somebody like that. I mean, you hear stories. I mean, luckily I've got to see a lot of the people that I grew up. I've got to see a Mick Foley wrestle. I've got to see a Ric Flair. I've got to see a Steamboat. I mean, I've got to see these guys that I grew up on. But some of the older guys that were either passed away or something, I get a chance to see. But like definitely Bruiser Brody would be somebody that I've seen a lot of the video clips and some of the some of the matches that he had, and it's unreal. So.
Yeah, his work on the inside of the ring was top notch.
And the persona and his persona is you can't duplicate something like that.
No, you
so
can't.
It's one of a kind.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Now favorite pay-per-views from the other organizations like WWE, WCW. Did you have any like that you? We all know WrestleMania is something that true fans tend to want to watch.
Well, I'll say, of course, the one that got me wanting to do wrestling was, of course, the Undertaker, Mick Foley, Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
So I mean that watching that is what got me to, because I had gotten out of wrestling for a while when I grew up and got out of it, and then I just happened to notice that, and I was like, a friend was watching or something, and definitely that's what got me back into it. So that's like one of my go-to.
Yeah.
You know, if I want to watch something, then that's what I watch.
That's one
so.
of those that you can
Yep.
watch over and yeah.
Yep.
I got a few of those.
I love any of the Royal Rumbles.
Yeah.
You know, that's just that type of matches. You never know who's going to come out.
Mhm.
So for me personally, that's I always like the suspense of which surprise guy is
Yeah.
going to come out. So.
Yeah, those are always my favorite
Yeah.
too. Now, is there anyone that you've followed in the past, Mr. Lockwood?
I had the means. I saw everybody who I wanted to see.
Yeah.
That's how I found greatness, like Travis Southern.
Oh, understandable. I mean, if you have the means to go and see these,
I've been around the world. I have seen everybody and everything, and I can tell you that the finest professional wrestler I have ever seen is the real world's champion, Travis Southern.
Thank
wow,
you, sir. I appreciate that.
that's
Well,
an incredible statement to make.
it is, and he can back it up.
I can't wait to see you walk into this ring with all this confidence. That's going to be a sight to see, my friend.
Oh, my entrance will be a sight to see.
Oh, I can already just talking
Trust
to you. I'm thinking
Trust
this
me.
entrance is going to be top notch. Can't wait. Man, that's going to be excitement. Okay, so we do hear a little here and there with wrapping up something that a story of your past, and you guys can have a minute to think about it. But what we're going for is like what I would ask you, Travis, is I would like to know your favorite in-ring moment with you in a match, and then I guess one of your just worldly moments. I mean, I don't know what to ask a man of your caliber.
This guy he's trying to get me for Drake stories, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
No,
no problem.
He wants to know about my former good friend Drake.
Drake, the rapper.
Yeah,
Wow.
him and I used to be good friends. We're not going to talk about why we weren't good friends anymore.
Okay.
But Drizzy and I, we've shared many private planes before. We've
Mm.
gone through the VIP. We've gone into the VIP that you don't even know about and you can't even see.
Ah, that sounds
So
fun.
when anybody asks me for a life story, I know that they want to hear about me hanging with my former good friend Drake. I'm not playing
I was
along,
hoping.
buddy.
No.
No.
Maybe second show if you come back.
Second show, maybe.
If I wear a tuxedo,
If you wear a tuxedo and you have LaCroix waiting for me.
ice cold
Of
or
course.
room
Yeah.
temperature.
Oh no, it's got to be cool.
We call them crispy boys because they're best served crispy cold.
Mm. I'm learning a lot today.
You are.
Yeah, you're giving a clinic.
Yeah, I hope you take notes.
I am.
Okay.
Well, I got it recorded so
Yeah.
I can go back.
Well, you need to know how
Oh, I
to treat your
will.
guests for the next time that someone great like Tanner Lockwood comes into your. Do we call this a studio?
I mean, in theory, yes.
It's
A dwelling.
this
something.
hole,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's so you got a good story, I'm sure.
I mean, favorite moments. I worked for a federation years ago that's no longer around, but they always like to do a Legends show.
Mm-hmm.
And the very first one that they ran, I was able to have Sable. Not Sable. Oh my God, I can't believe I said Sable. What's the one? That's the other hot one back in the day.
Sunny.
Sunny. That's what it
Sunny.
is.
Okay.
Sunny. Yeah, it's like I can see. I'm picturing her. Yeah, I got to have Sunny as my manager for the night, which was I got to hang out with her, which was
That is awesome.
amazing. And then of course, you got to meet all the legends that they brought in and stuff. But then the following year, I was that Federation's champion, and I worked probably one of my best friends / opponents that I've ever worked in any federation, by the name of Troy Miller.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to be on a show with all these legends and to work with him and to have probably the best match that I've ever had, and to have that with an opponent that I respected like that, just to be able to tear down a house and to have that as my go-to is like, well, what's your favorite match? Oh, it's always going to be this match with Troy Miller.
Yeah.
So, and it's cool because he just got inducted to, there's a Fed up in Marion called ICW Pro, and he just got inducted to their Hall of Fame last night.
Oh, okay.
So I was able to make the trip over and kind of go to that and make sure that I was there to support him because he's been with me for a long time and he's kind of gotten out of the business, but they wanted to show some support and recognize the greatness that he
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
So it's nice when you have stuff like that. So
yeah. That's
but-
got to, you know.
oh yeah, it's great. It's like I was really proud and just to know that between being a tag team with him and the battles that we had when we were against each other, those are the ones that formulated who I am today. So
Wow, that's really cool, man. Like, I mean, for that story and for everything to go together like it did, man, you gotta respect it. You gotta sit back and look at it and be like, man, life is good sometimes.
oh yeah, for sure.
Especially doing this for 20 years. 20 years.
Yeah.
And you still get out of bed.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
So it's there's some days that are better than others, but
Yeah.
man, you got the wear and tear, so it's just you can deal with it. So greatness doesn't happen overnight, so it takes a while to do it.
Yeah. Where's the furthest away you've ever wrestled?
I've wrestled. I'm trying to figure out which would be.
You don't got to be modest, champ.
I know. I've wrestled in California.
Yeah.
That's probably the farthest I've gone. I try to stay in this area just
Yeah.
because Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Illinois. For me, that's good enough. I don't need to go other places. If they want to, Tanner has the opportunity to send me places if I want to go. If I want to go, I'll go. So that's why we went to California to defend this title, and I'm okay with, I don't. He's the jet setter. I'm more of the stay at home kind of guy. So if, I have a family and stuff like that. So my priorities are with them. I don't have the luxury that Tanner does. So it's
You're a
but he
single
takes-
fellow.
but he takes care of me and my family. So I appreciate that. So
That's great. That's really good, man. Yeah. You guys have a real good chemistry together. I've enjoyed this interaction with you guys immensely, and I know the fans will enjoy it.
I hope
At
so.
least somebody does.
You, sir, are going to be my absolute favorite person at this pay-per-view. I am going to enjoy your match full-heartedly,
Thank you.
and I honestly cannot wait to see you in the ring. It's going to be great, and then to have this bull behind you backing you up, man, I feel sorry. I feel sorry for the person you stare across. It's going to be a horrible night for that man. Now, let's end this with any tags you need. You got any Instagram stuff that you want to get out there? Follows?
Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can add me as a friend on Facebook. I might accept you.
Mm-hmm.
Tanner Lockwood on both of those.
Okay.
Make sure you're using the hashtag #LockwoodEra, just to let everybody know that you were into the Lockwood era before it was cool.
I will, and I'll make sure my small group
Your small group,
hashtags.
very small.
Well, maybe 12 people.
It's just looking
That's-
at you. I'd think like very
Yeah.
very small.
I mean, I get that all the time.
Okay.
There's a lot of roller coasters I cannot ride. It's sad, especially when my daughters can ride them and I can't. I hold bags a lot. So
I understand.
36 years of being this height, I'm okay with it.
he's a founding member of the platform shoe. So we can ride the ride. So
And Travis.
Travis Southern Facebook. That's my big one. So
Okay.
come follow me on there, and there's lots of things put on there. So it's interesting.
And your guys' other partner in the Knights.
Christian Cash.
Yeah. Is he
Same
got
thing. Yep, he's Christian Cash on Facebook. Yep.
Okay.
He's very entertaining. He likes to talk a lot. I mean, Tanner likes to talk, but Christian likes to talk.
Yeah.
And he is a wannabe rapper, so he fashions himself I want to say a modern day Drake, but
It's you know what? Let's just clear the air. I will let you know why Drake and I are no longer good friends to end your show.
Get this out. This Under the Influence exclusive.
You see, a while ago when we were courting Mr. Cash to come to the Knights of the Squared Circle. I took him in with some of the world's greatest producers. We made an amazing demo tape. I think it is one of the best things that has ever been put, has ever been recorded. It's it's so good. I give it to my former good friend Drake. He doesn't even listen to it. If you want to disrespect my boys like that, Drake, we will no longer be good friends.
Wow.
And I'm looking at you right now, just like I would stare him in his eyes.
To Drake?
Yeah, fuck Drake.
Wow. Drake, you've crossed the line. You should have just listened. All it took was a listen. Yeah. I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
It would have changed his life.
Yeah.
It would have. But we're changing his life now.
Yeah.
We're changing your life by being on this show.
Oh, you are.
More than your 5 people that are gonna download this will actually want to see it, because Tanner Lockwood, Travis Southern, we equal ratings.
I can see it now. And I do hope everybody checks this out. And all of you that come from their friends list and everything, checking it out. I hope you've enjoyed the fun that has happened down here. I apologize again for my production. We will jump up value.
Yeah, step it up for the next time.
I mean, my kids will go hungry just to make sure that this is to your approval next time.
I appreciate that.
As it should be.
Yeah,
it should be.
as it should be. Greatness is here.
Mhm.
And Travis, it was amazing to even sit next to you and see this belt. Good luck at your pay-per-view coming up. I mean, honestly, right now I see that you've already won. So, in your mind, you've already got that.
We've already won this thing. Now we just have to win the hearts and minds of everybody in the stands.
Which shouldn't be that hard.
No, because they're all dumb.
Yeah, well, they are a special breed in this area.
They are.
And we've enjoyed you guys being on here, and from the bottom of our hearts, thank you guys, man.
No problem.
Thank you so much. All right, we will get back with you guys on a later show. I really, really hope you enjoyed this. Come out to this. It is the Spring Stampede. What's the date again? The 28th?
March 28th.
March 28th.
Battell Center, Mishawaka, Indiana, HCW.
Yeah. Tickets I've seen starting out at, I believe, $7. And
So.
get them. Go and see this. This has been a fun time with these guys. They're going to put on a hell of a show for you, and you're going to get entertained. And for $7,
just for the $7, just to see Tanner kick the living shit out of Austin Bentley, they should be charging a lot more than that, because trust me, anybody out there that has an asshole as a boss that just runs their mouth and thinks that they're better than you, to have that, just be able to live vicariously through Tanner, that's got to be worth the price itself. So
Yeah.
the price of the ticket. Come on,
man. Any last words, fellas?
The only person that's going to need last words is Austin Bentley.
no, those are last rites.
Oh, yeah, they are, buddy.
All right, everyone out there, thank you for watching, and we will catch you on the flip side. All right, guys. That was great. Thank you guys so